Ladies and gentlemen, he's been Grammy nominated. He's won every award under the sun. Tonight, he is rocking Indianapolis. We're so thankful he has come through Indiana. By the way, we get everybody here. Yep. Indiana's a great place.
It's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jelly Roll.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah, I see you playing. I see you playing. I see you playing.
Buckets.
How you doing, bub?
Great shoes.
Yeah.
Great shoes.
Yes.
Great shoes.
Okay, hey, dude, that's what those are. Those are like the new, what were the Toms or the old shoes? Yeah.
Yeah, like the Vans.
The old school, those are like the comfy shoes.
Yeah, dude, these are. We sent y'all a pair, right? Or did I blow it?
I think you blew it.
I blew it. Okay, they're coming. I'm sorry. What's up, gang?
How you doing, man?
Dude, I'm so glad to finally, y'all know how big of a fan I am. So to actually be in the building with y'all, this is huge. The Thunderdome, by the way, my whole crew is here. I brought Ernest with me.
Genius. Ernest is a genius.
Shabuzi overslept, or he came. I was going to bring the whole tour. They were so excited. But we were in there watching. Mark Davis, my inner monitor, watches y'all every day from side stage. And we were like little kids. You were talking about the Ram, and we could see it out the window.
It's pretty nice.
And we were like, he's not just talking shit. We're looking at this Ram, dude. This Ram. It makes me want to put on some pads.
Hey, listen, from what you did at WWE, I think we got 100% faith. Can't wait to see you back in there. Last time we chatted with you, you said you were on a journey into getting into shape, too. I think that was a big thing. You want to live a little bit longer. Now we've been seeing clips coming out of tour, you playing hoops, nasty dishes.
Yeah.
We're talking no-look passes, getting after it. You said you got the bug in WWE. How are you doing?
Man, I'm great. I'm down like 120 now.
Let's go.
It's crazy, Pat.
Jelly, lose, and roll.
Yes, lose, dog. I'm down probably 80 something since we just seen each other at SummerSlam, 60 or 70. I've been kicking ass on this tour. I brought out a nutritionist. His name's Ian Larios. He's worked with Bilal Muhammad, Israel Adesanya. I kind of took him from being a UFC fan. And he's been really helping me. We've been shooting basketball. We've been walking. We've been working. It's like, it's so cool, Pat, because my culture on tour used to revolve around cocaine and alcohol.
Yep.
Sure. Now we're all, fair, right? But now we're all in our late 30s and 40s, so now we're like shooting old men basketball and like having lattes for
trying
lunch
to live,
afterwards. Yeah, dude, we're living, man. It's cool. It's been really cool to see the boys rally behind me, too.
You and I have a lot in common, I think, with, everything in life. Now, not everything, obviously. You have a vastly different story than me, but I didn't think I was going to live past 30. I thought I was going to run myself into the ground and was trying, I think, on numerous occasions to do that. Now that I get older, I'm trying to take care of myself. Isn't it interesting how perspective changes? And for you, I think your perspective changing has changed your music as well. And I think a lot of people are relating to your shit right now.
Yes, sir.
This Beautifully Broken tour, you've described it as like therapy or whatever. It's going until October 27th. You're selling out every single arena with your stories and your perspective. How's it feel to have this fan base, and how's it feel to be you in front of these people and them be appreciative?
I think that's the coolest part of all this, Pat, is that like we have been able to build this with never compromising our message. Like when I had the #1 album in the country, that meant a lot to me because I had a #1 album talking about mental health, talking about drug addiction, talking about a young lady being sexually assaulted. Like, I'm writing real shit for real people. That stuff normally doesn't make it in the mainstream. You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that I've somehow got to be the voice for those that have often been voiceless for so long. And these arenas, dude, this is church for people that have never been to church, man. I know y'all got an early day tomorrow, boys, but I'm telling you, you got to swing by the game bridge. It's special, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Bengals-Ravens tonight, too, which is a big game, but definitely have to come. Show my respect and my love for you coming through Indiana. Very, very thankful you're coming through here, legitimately. Anybody that stops through this city, I hope they treat you right, and I hope the crowd goes bananas with you tonight. Now, the album does become #1 album. You just mentioned it right there. There's a little drama.
There's a little drama.
Hey,
I've been waiting to come talk to y'all about the drama.
So I
wanted to come to a safe place to talk about this.
Okay, you're in Indiana. You're in the Thunderdome. Incredibly safe. I was following along, and I hit you up in the middle of it because I was reading some of the shit you were posting. I'm like, hey, don't let any of this shit get you down. Please do not let any of this shit get you down. Legitimately, because we're fans of yours. And I think your story is one that people are going to tell, and there's going to be a lot of hope for people whenever they're kids or teenagers. If things aren't going right, you can still make it. You can do this shit.
Do it.
So I am I was like, yo, let's go. Let's move forward. We need you out here. What did happen with the album?
Man, first of all, that meant a lot, you reaching out. You don't know, because I thought about it in hindsight. Y'all understand that what happened to me more than anybody is like, when y'all went to ESPN, all of a sudden, y'all went from this kind of like really big, cool cult thing to like a lot of people that didn't know you knew you all of a sudden and had an opinion about you and didn't know you.
Yes. Very much.
And y'all handled it better than me because, I hate to be this honest, Pat, it hurt my feelings.
Me too.
I was just like,
no
y'all don't even know me. Like, this is the first tweet of mine you've ever seen. And I said, the first tweet I said, I've seen some slimy stuff in the music business this week. Don't worry, I'll expose it later. Because my people know that whenever I sit down, I'll talk about it. I'm honest. In hindsight, the word expose was maybe a little dramatic, right?
Okay.
But the word slimy wasn't. And the way people responded to the comments was like I said, satanic.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Like, I started getting drawn into, like, weird stuff that, like, made me feel weird.
Oh,
you know what I
buddy.
mean? Like, because, I'm a man of faith. I was like, man, y'all really don't know me if you think I would even...
Yeah.
Satan runs from the name I say.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I'm going to say. I say one name and Satan scatters. You know what I mean? I'm not even, I don't worry about nobody touching my butt or no Illuminati.
Okay, yes. Hey,
right.
I just got dropped into this the other day. I was like very offended.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, do some research on who I am and how I feel about these people. But I think music world, it's very heightened.
It's very heightened. And I didn't realize, so it's like that happened. And then I was like, are mean to me. I was like, that was so not the approach.
I was so mad at you. I was so mad at you. I'm like, you let these people win. You let these people beat each other. Well, that ain't your story, man. You persevere in this entire thing. You're back on socials, right?
Yeah, I'm back on. Well, I'm getting back. My thing about phones is that I go 6 months without a phone anyways. I'm only on a phone during tour cycle.
Nice.
As soon as I go home, I'll throw this thing in the river and I'll be phoneless for like 4 or 5 months and I'll start fresh again. It's like my routine every year.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the sliminess of the music industry.
Yeah,
you're not a Satan worshiper, which is good news.
Yeah.
I have to hear that.
Thank you. I'm glad I got to clear that up.
But we will say, I was thrown into this last week because I dressed up as a panda because he doesn't think pandas are real. Little did I know. I got thrown right into this conversation. We agree that these people exist out there. We completely understand that they exist. Just like do some research, I think, until you start just throwing shit at people. Because I felt a certain way about it. I'm like, man, you guys, you have no idea. You're saying some very, very serious things about me right now that I don't appreciate. You felt the same way. What was the slimy music stuff that you were?
I'll get there too. Let me touch on this too. Is that I'm asking for a little grace from everybody to realize that I know that we know my story now, but it's still a big transition for me. Like, I've spent most of my life in a place where if you spit in the sink, you would get stabbed. You know what I mean? So you go from that to a world where people accuse you of being a Satan worshiper on Twitter for no reason. You're just like, yo, I'm from a whole different space. Like, if this happened at a gas station, you'd sue me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would end in a lawsuit.
Smaller, it's not a lot of people. It is tiny. Everybody is Jelly Roll fans. There is always going to be those people. You know that you're a public star now. That is just how it's going to go. And I think we're all learning together through this all, which is another reason why I think we have so much respect for you. But you end up with the #1 album.
I did. And I won't say the artist name because I know that a lot of artists are disconnected from what's happening in the business. Because I became as an independent artist, like y'all became as an independent media show, we're a little more hands-on with what's happening behind the scenes, so I'm kind of keeping up with stuff. And my manager just sits me down and he goes, look, man, I didn't want you to ever get in a situation where you was aware of what happens when you start getting in these conversations for #1 albums, because it's just real dirty business, like just old school, like dirty business. And there was an artist that looked like Hits Double Daily projected they wasn't even going to be within 50, 60,000 albums of me and Rod Wave. And then Thursday night before the Friday count ends, 40,000 albums. Third-party aggregated site that fast.
Oh, okay.
And you're looking and you're just like, yo, that's
slimy.
Slimy.
Yeah.
I used a great term, right? I'm like, that's slimy. Now, Luminate, who is in charge of counting record sales, rejected these sales, which is how I ended up with the #1 album.
Got it. Okay,
so that's the truth. And here's the real truth while we're doing Inside Baseball. As far as I'm concerned, I want to congratulate Rod Wave on having the #1 album because he was streamed more than me and the other two artists almost combined in consumption that first week. But we sold more records because we still got a traditional fan base that'll go to Walmart, Target. You know what I mean? But that was, I seen so much in it that it just made me look at it different. Like,
bummed you out.
It bummed me out a little bit, and it's cool. You know, Joe Rogan was the one who was giving me the heads up about it because I was talking to him about it on his show right before the album went out. He said, Jelly,
having a #1 album is obviously big for your legacy. It's just like in football, like the media will vote on All-Pro. And sometimes these people have no idea what they're talking about. And people say, well, don't care about it, don't care about it. It's like, well, when you go into the Hall of Fame, they're going to mention that. Whenever they're talking about Jelly Roll's career, they're going to say how many number one albums you have, how everything it is. So I could see how you get upset, especially with how hard you work on this, how personal.
And the fans, like I thought we deserved it. Like my audience, I felt like we kind of earned that. I wanted to be able to say that we had a number one album without having a party record. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have anything. Like, we stayed all the way true to who Jelly Roll is. It's 20-something songs of therapeutic music. It's all the way me.
Yeah,
so
well,
it worked out. I did have the number one album. We had the number one album, and we're proud of it. You know
Come on.
It all works out in the end, brother. We just talk about universe and God and everything and karma. I mean, that's just a matter of fact. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, so Jelly, I saw, when you're going to these cities, obviously you're playing basketball, Pat mentioned, then you were also like handing out food, offering stuff up to people. How often are you doing like that? And when you do go to the cities, are you experiencing them? Are you like going out trying to see all the spots, or like what's kind of your routine when you get to some of these cities?
Great question, man. When I first started doing this, we went to all the spots because we were like young and partying and living in the van. So we'd go find all the local bars and like we just burn stuff down. Now it's just more about being of service. Yeah. So like I'm going to leave here right now and I'm going to go to the local juvenile in the Pendleton prison right now and go sing songs for them before today.
Hell
so,
yeah.
It's funny because these clips are starting to come out viral now, and I'm like, what's funny about it is my crew is like, we've been doing this for 3 years. 4 days a week.
Yeah, but they got more phones in jail.
Yeah, right.
Yes, they do.
The tech in jail has been somehow upped a little bit.
Based on my faith, I believe that I try to do 3 things as a service that I believe that, what my higher power would want me to do. It's jails and homeless people are at the very top of the 3. You know what I mean? So I try to rotate the jails and try to go feed the hungry.
Well, that's very kind of you. We continue on ESPN Plus. I don't know if I got it out there.
It's close.
It looked like
It was very close. That was a perfect exploit. You're very.
It was.
That was professional of you.
Yeah.
So whenever you go into these jails, obviously, and do you still have? Obviously, you have connections in our world still. But like when you walk in there, everybody knows who Jelly Roll is, I assume.
For the most part, sometimes it's cool. Like this juvenile I'm going to go to today won't have a clue. It's going to be awesome. Like when I go into them juvenile facilities, those kids have no clue because they're not looking for me musically. You know what I mean? They might know who I am, so it's really cool. But most of the jails we go to, people know us now.
You look so cool with the thing.
Yeah.
As you're sitting here, here's you getting after it here with the crew.
Wait till I get another 100 pounds down, Pat.
Dude, you're going to be ripped. Are we getting jacked up?
Dog, so my goal now is to get under some weights.
Look at you.
Look at that. Yeah, this is awesome. Hey, yo, do y'all know this story of this jail? Have I told you?
No.
Did y'all see this on the internet? This
No.
is cool. I want to talk about this. I haven't got to talk about it.
First of all, how many years did you spend in jail?
Probably 8.5 or 9.
How many juvie, how many?
Probably 3 in juvenile, 6 in adult.
Okay, so a lot of experience in both.
Yeah, a lot of experience in both.
Drugs mostly, right?
Mostly drugs. One robbery case, which is the one I'm the least proud of, obviously.
Yeah, it happens. Hey, you've changed.
I was
Hey,
a
once
kid.
again,
Turn it around.
I was
Changed
I was
life.
15 when that happened too. This is in Chesterfield, Missouri, Chesterfield, Virginia. This is called the HEART program. Sheriff Leonard started this program. There's 4 sheriffs in America that are just really kicking ass, if you ask me. Sheriff Swanson in Flint, Michigan. Sheriff Leonard up here. Obviously, Sheriff Darren Hall down in Nashville, Tennessee. And there's a sheriff in Little Rock that's really forward thinking about like recidivism rates going down. This program has, first of all, it's the only program in America that they will allow you to come in from the streets without a crime. You can literally just show up like, I'm tired. I'm homeless. I'm sick. I'm hurt.
Got it.
Give me a fresh start. It's like rehab for free. Like the county just agrees to bring them in. And they've started this program. They do therapy. They do job trade stuff. It's like a 2 to 3, 5-year program. There's inmates that's been in there for years. And then their recidivism's low. So when I go in there, I sing for them every time. And this time they had a couple of guys that were so good. I say, yo, Sheriff, I know this is absurd. We got a relationship now, right, Pat? So I just shoot my shot. I'm like, what if you invoice me for the labor so it's not at the expense of the county? And why don't you bring these boys and let them sing at my show tonight?
Backup singers, these guys?
Inmates. No, do their own song. They did a version of my song. They remixed one of my songs, Pat. It's the coolest thing. It's on TikTok. It's crazy. So these kids, I call it. He calls back. He goes, all right, I'll do it. I got a sheriff to bring 4 inmates actively in jail, years, real cases, by the way, like real inmates, like have been in jail for years. And he calls me back, and he's such a good sheriff. He goes, should we put them in street clothes? I was like, please, Sheriff, don't make them come up there in chains and orange jumpsuits, And he's like, all right, cool. So these dudes come up and they sing, and it was by far one of the greatest moments. The way the arena felt, you just seen people crying. These dudes are up there crying, like the sheriff's crying. I'm crying. It's a 15,000 person arena just bawling. And these dudes are up there and they're so nervous. Their eyes are closed and they're just singing their hearts out and rapping their stories. And man, it was so special, man.
Yeah, and then finding a little inspiration too to become better so you don't go back whenever you get out and you find something. I mean, that's motivation is obviously a big thing. Hope is a big thing. You're bringing a lot to a lot of people, Jelly Roll. That's why whenever people start saying stuff about you on Twitter, we don't need you. We don't need you to leave. That's incredible stuff. Ty has a question for you.
Jelly, when you take all that stuff into account, when you're going out on tour and you're in front of these massive crowds, do you have the opportunity? We talked about this with you a little bit last time you were on. Like, can you pinch yourself and be like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm up here. This is insane that this is where I'm at when that's where I was at, 9 or 5
How
years
long ago
ago.
was that? How long ago was your show?
15 years ago. My daughter's 16 and a half now.
Okay.
So I remember she was born when I was in jail and I got out. I met her when she was 2.
Got it.
So that's how I remember she missed her first 2 birthdays. I met her on her 2nd birthday.
God.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you were in music already when you went to jail and then you...
I was like, I always thought it was my only chance, to be honest. Like, I looked at music like, if I have a chance of getting out of this street, out of this trailer park, it's going to be through music. You know what I mean?
In Memphis?
No, Nashville.
Nashville.
Right in the middle, baby. Did a lot of Memphis stuff, though. 3-6 gave me my first deal, them and Little White.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was Memphis. You're a Nashville
Yep.
baby.
Little White, when I first got out of jail, Little White brought me straight down to Juicy J and DJ Paul to Memphis. He came and picked me up in Nashville.
This one of them songs.
Put on. That's my guy.
Yeah, believe me.
I had White come out in Little Rock. He came out in
Still got his fastball, I assume.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. And White came straight up and did Oxycontin, Xanax bars, Percocets, and Lure tabs.
Yeah, it's great. It's like, hey, we're at a different time, White. We're at a different time. Hey, still bangs, though. Still bangs the entire thing. But whenever everybody's singing your song back. So we went to Taylor Swift on Sunday night.
The greatest show ever.
Crazy.
The greatest show.
No.
I'm so sad I had to come the same week she was here. It don't matter what I do in there. I'm coming up against 3 nights of the greatest show ever.
It's insane.
It's unreal.
It's a Cirque du Soleil. It is a fool in the crowd is all in to that point.
The whole time.
I think a lot of your songs very much getting echoed back to you.
Yeah.
Is there a moment you take the ears out and just like listen and be like, damn, like these people really care about the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Every night, man. I keep one ear out when I'm up there anyways now just because it's that intense, especially like Save Me, because we drop the guitar for the first Save Me that, like whenever that and we'll just let the guitar drop and and I'll drop the mic and you'll just hear 15,000 people. It's like hearing 15,000 people exercise a demon. It's insane.
Well, hey, we don't need to bring.
Don't bring up the D.
don't be doing that. Coach Pagano has a question for you, Jelly.
What's up, Coach?
So, how you doing, man?
I'm great, dude. Better than I should be.
So, was there one moment that you can look back to that got you to this point that you look back to? One human being, one moment, one time where, because I'm assuming you meet a lot of these people and some say they want to go through this. They want to, get out of their predicament, get out of their circumstances. Was there one moment that you can speak to that said, okay, this is what really turned me, what changed me, that human, that person, that moment?
Yeah, it was her. It was my daughter. It was a clear-cut thing for me. I used to tell people I don't know what it was, so it felt like it was something magical that happened when my daughter was born. But the truth was I was sitting in a unit in a jail where everything I owned in my name was in my cell, and I owned 3 T-shirts, 4 pair of boxers, 6 pair of socks, 60 soups, and 20 honey buns. That's what I owned. And I was like, I'm responsible for a whole human. It was the first time I had a real introspective about where I was actually at in my life and held myself accountable for that moment. Right then, I was like, I got to figure this out. I went straight and got my GED, enrolled in a community college when I got home, went to a halfway house, started getting into programs, resources, started trying to work on my sobriety.
Hell yeah.
Immediately.
It's awesome.
Honey Bun's really good, though.
They're great, dude. Listen, what y'all know this. Some of the listeners are watching. They're going to be like, I can't believe he's talking about this on the Pat McAfee Show. But that is a form of currency. in
Very
prison.
valuable.
Oh, yeah.
Like a coffee can is like worth real money. A jar of peanut butter in jail is like real money. You can sell it by the cup. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So, you're in there. So like in jail, you're proud of yourself. Like I'm running the poker table. I got 60 soups. I got 40 honey buns. I got 30 you know what I mean? You're the big man.
It's all perspective, brother.
Yeah, I got $400 worth of shit in this bag. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
AJ has a question for you from Ohio.
What's up, AJ Hawk?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, you look great, by the way. Do you have a I don't know, like a weight goal or whatever? Because I expect you to be fully jacked here within the next 6 to 8 months. I'm sure you said you want to get under some weight. I think that's a great idea. It's been fun watching you. You can play, man. Like You're a good basketball player, I feel like.
Yeah?
You got
Quick
big
feet?
like John Stockton out there. Yeah, everyone's open. I think.
Fishing.
I'm good, baby. No, man, I've been blessed, man. The basketball thing has been. We stumbled into it. We played. I remember what day it was. We played the Sacramento Kings arena. I forgot the name of the arena. The Golden One, I think.
Oh, that's so good.
And they have the practice court attached to it. Like, some of these places have the practice courts
Yeah.
attached to the facility. And we went in there and just shot around because we used to just walk laps around the arena every day for like an hour just to get exercise up and down steps. And I was like, this is way cooler. Yeah, that's What about J. Cole pulled up and shot basketball with us in Charlotte? That was the most
He's very good.
cool shit I've ever seen.
He's very good at basketball, right?
Play
No,
pro.
it wasn't fair, man. He balled on us.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was not fair.
Every once in a while.
Grant Williams came out and played with us that day, too, and that wasn't fair.
How's
neither.
Cody, the drummer?
Oh, dude, he's going to flip now that you ask. He's fucking the rock star of the crew, as always.
Yes.
Rock and roll.
What he did at Cleveland at SummerSlam, what I watched him do.
He's got a moment in the show that's his moment that you're going to, it's early in the show, too, and it's awesome. It's like all about him, and he rides it.
Dude, he was standing up at the drums, over your shoulder, like this. And then as soon as he dropped in it, and then his mullet is flowing, he had these fucking sunglasses on.
that's him,
I was
man.
like, this guy is the coolest guy of all time.
Legend.
Your whole crew, good group.
Thank you, man.
Good
We're
group of people.
blessed, man. Kind of like y'all. I was thinking about it today. I'm proud to say that like 18 of the 150 people on this tour I've known 15 plus years. Like homies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
damn.
Like
Yeah.
I had my cousins doing tattoos on the whole tour, like my biological cousin.
Yeah, everybody gets to eat. Yeah, it's very nice. How many new tats on this tour?
I haven't got my tour tat yet. We're going to though.
What is a tour tat? Just something story from it?
Yep. So what we'll do is we all pick a tat. Like this was our last one. Remember, it's called the Back Row Baptism Tour.
Okay.
With the Chapel Church line right there. So we all get a tour tat. The whole crew, like 100 of us, will get it.
Where are you going to get this one right on your face, basketball?
No, yeah, dude, I tried to get this tour tat on my face. It was the first time my wife shut me down for face tat. She was like, no more, too much traffic. She was like, it's out of
Too
hand.
much traffic. Too much traffic. Jelly, you're going to crush tonight. The tour rolls on until October 27th, I believe, is the last date.
November.
November.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Nashville, Tennessee, November 27th at 58 arenas.
Oh, November 27th. That's on me.
Ending it at home.
I think we're going to try to spin through the Nashville one, too.
Come on, that
That
would
would be the one.
crazy. The
Yeah.
Nashville show is, you can expect that to be a Jelly Roll and Friends show.
Okay.
You know how the Nashville show is, baby.
No, I don't know how the
Oh,
Nashville.
you got to come. It's the hometown, dude. It never feels any crazier.
In country music, you being in country music feels good, right?
Y'all, it's so good, man.
Home
Look
for
at
you?
all them country festivals, Stagecoach headlining.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Stagecoach.
Ohio Stadium.
Congratulations.
Stadium's a big deal.
huge deal, dude.
Ohio Stadium?
Yes, me and
Yeah.
Kane. Me and Kane Brown are doing Ohio Stadium. It's going to be
You
awesome.
got young Jamie coming out,
I
Jelly?
got young Jamie coming out to play the guitar for sure. He agreed to do it. It's 100%. He's locked in the date.
Sweet.
Rogan's already cleared it. It's going to be awesome.
You need how many OHs are you dropping in that stadium?
Oh, dude, 50. Listen, first of all, I am not too far along in my career. I accept all cheap claps.
Amen.
Just so y'all know, I still go for the cheap pop. I don't care. I'm not above it.
Have you ever seen what I do every time I'm on a microphone? Yeah, cheap
Yeah,
pops.
yeah, give me the cheap clap, dude.
Yeah, are they alive? That's great news. I love everything about it. All right, well, crush the tour. Congrats on the #1 album.
Thank you, brother, man.
Do we
Thank
have
you
another album coming, or how's that
I don't
process?
know, man. I'm a cool. This is breaking news for Jelly Roll. I'm not going to headline a tour in America next year. It'll be my first year not headlining a tour in America since 2020. But before that, it was like 2012. It's been a long time, so I think we've done enough this year. I'm going to do all those festivals next year, and I think I'm going to get into a little television, maybe.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Whoa! What do we do? We're hosting shows. We're doing game shows.
Man, it is. I promise. Just like I brought the slimy story here, I'll break it here, but I can't say it today. But I'll talk to you off. It's real.
Oh, it feels
It's
like
a couple.
That's
I got a
sick.
couple cookers in there, man. They're going to let
Nice.
Jelly Roll do some talking, man, instead of
Okay.
just singing.
Well, I'll tell you, you're a good talker, brother.
Yeah.
I think that's why the music is so good, because if you can talk good and sing good, normally things are going to go very well in that particular business. Just brainstorming here. Jelly Roll at a talent television
Yeah,
program
judging.
would be a good one.
Just acting.
Man,
I mean,
sounds good to me. You know what I'm
Jelly, you're the absolute man. All right, we're going to take a break, hang out with Jelly Roll for a bit. Josh Allen will join us on the other side. The Beautifully Broken Tour is currently traveling city to city. Tonight, it is in Indianapolis. Are you here how many days?
I'm just here tonight. Tomorrow, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. Last night, I was in Detroit. I played Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday of this week.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that whenever we saw each other in Cleveland. The amount of days that you were out.
I'm different, man. I'm built like a small man. I am an athlete in an alcoholic's body. I've just got to shed this skin, dude. I'm telling you.
Dog. 5 times this week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Evansville Sunday.
90-minute
back
shows.
in Indy.
Yeah, hold on. And then I think you were in Cleveland for SummerSlam. You were flying to L.A., and then you were coming back to, like, Carolina
Yes, sir.
for something. And then you were something. It's not like the most convenient schedule either.
Nah.
It's like really grinding away at it.
That's it, man.
Which I think is why we respect the shit out of it.
Make hay while the sun's shining, baby. Nobody wants to bale no wet hay, baby.
Well
You're
said.
damn right.
Well said.
When the iron's hot,
Gotta strike.
amen. Ladies and gentlemen, Jelly Roll.
Love you, brothers.
All right, we'll be back on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Take 5.
Bye.